A couple of pranksters, Nikki and John, and then little Iris came along with a mini zoo of adorable pets. You bet you get the best of Nikki and John's life.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So today wasn't a very good morning. I should say, had kind of my first big accident with Iris. She fell off the bed, and I wasn't even asleep when she did it, so I feel like a jerk. I feel really bad about it. She was laying in bed with me, and I was answering a text message, and it was like an in-depth text message, and then all of a sudden she just fell onto the ground, and now she's got a little bruise by her eye. She was rolling around or something, and I just wasn't paying attention. She only cried for like a second after I just hugged her and she stopped crying, but still I'm kind of like, bad mama, bad mama. And then John and I got in a little bit of a fight or we were bickering because he was making me feel even worse about it.
How is that dragonfly? Is that yummy? Oh, really?
Oh, and actually, almost ironically, in case anyone was wondering, the text I was answering this morning when Iris fell was one of my friends telling me that she was pregnant and was asking which doctor I had. At least this bed in her room isn't that high. John has been trying to plan out our schedule for when we're back in Minnesota.
Yeah, and you said it didn't matter to you.
No, it's just, well, like the schedule planning.
Nikki.
Well, I kind of figure it out when I go there.
Our time.
Okay.
Go.
Well, it's like after I get there, I kind of figure out what I'm doing, and it's like, hi, Thor. My dad, it gives me anxiety when we're like, okay, so blah, 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 we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this.
You're a schedule-oriented man, so this should help. And if I didn't care about this schedule, you get mad at me because your birthday's on there. And me not caring about this schedule would basically be me saying, I don't care about your birthday.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yeah, so I think we should care about the schedule. And plus, I go home. Part of the reason we go for such an extended period of time is so I can go to my cabin and make fishing videos, and I need to plan that time out so I can make a lot of fishing videos because it's really hard for me to get out and go fishing in Southern California.
So we're on our way to Iris's appointment with her pediatrician, and isn't that just great? Her first appointment with the pediatrician, this new pediatrician, she's gonna have bruises on her face.
Why are you shitting herself on it?
Don't say that! Things like that.
I know.
I guess on a positive note, I can ask the doctor to check out her head just to make sure she's okay, which I think, you know, she is fine, but just to be extra careful.
No, that'll cost extra money.
No, it won't. I don't think so. Not a checkup. He's checking her up anyway.
She.
I said her.
You said he.
I said he's checking her up anyway. Oh, the doctor's a she.
She's a she.
The doctor's a she. Gotcha. Ooh, that was kind of sexist of me, wasn't it, to assume that our doctor is a man?
Remember when I told you that joke and a riddle about how the son and a dad got in the car accident and went to the hospital? And
I guessed it right.
Son got operated on, but how did that happen? No, you didn't. You said there's no way a woman can ever be a doctor.
Oh my god, stop. I never said. I guessed the riddle right immediately. I'm like, the doctor is his mother. Alright, so attempt number 2. It should actually be our appointment day today.
Oh, let's come back tomorrow.
Yeah. Iris, are you ready for your checkup, sweetie? Naked baby. She's happy, even though they said that she's gonna have to get more vaccines. Oh man, a tough day for Miss Iris today. My poor girl. But she's growing. She's 26.5 inches now and 16.11 pounds. Let's not eat the camera. What percentile do you think she's in?
110.
110.
Okay, plus.
110. That would just mean she's really, like, fat.
Perfect. No, perfect.
So we were waiting in the pediatrician's office for a couple hours for them to fax over our immunization records so that we could figure out what shots Iris needs now. And it was just taking so long, they ended up coming back in and saying, like, how about we just call you and you guys can leave? So we did, and we're gonna get some lunch because we were hungry. It took a while, so what are you doing? Why?
They have license plates up there, and he's looking for the Minnesota license plate.
Oh, gotcha. Cool. But Iris is doing really well. The pediatrician said she is as healthy as can be, and she is advanced on her milestones. And her head was just fine. She said that it didn't do anything. So thanks, John, for all that extra guilt trip this morning.
I wasn't guilt tripping you. I was just concerned about our baby.
Yeah, I know, and I felt terrible. And John was saying, you realize she could have died. She could have fallen off the bed and died. She could have an internal brain injury. So I just felt like awful. But the pediatrician was nice. She's like, these things happen. Which I feel terrible. I feel terrible.
Car door.
Yeah. That's the story she shared with me. She was like, yeah, I accidentally shut my kid's head in the car door when I was getting them out, and I felt awful. And my kid was fine, but as mothers, we feel really guilty about these things.
I've seen someone's head get shut in a car door before, and it is not comfortable.
And Miss Iris had such a big day, she's taking a little nappy poo.
Not to be confused with a nap and poo. Except that wasn't really a joke. That happens.
Jeez, this place has giant portions. John's fajitas. Well, I'll have lunch for tomorrow and dinner for tonight, too. I have to take some of this stuff home. Check out this giant bag of leftovers we have from that restaurant. What do you think about that? It's a lot of food, huh? I'm so full right now. I need this food to digest. Whatever, though. I don't really gain weight while I'm breastfeeding.
Oh, camera.
It's funny to see how different Iris is now at her checkups than at her past checkups. Like this time she was so into everything. She kept trying to grab the doctor's stethoscope and she wanted all the doctor's tools, and Iris is just so curious about everything now. Yeah. Totally. And she was just talking the whole time. You had a lot to say, don't you? Always grabbing everything. You want to be a vlogger?
I want to vlog. What's going on, guys? Iris here. Today was an epic day.
You gonna play in your new toy for a little while? Yeah. Walk around.
Slipper weather.
Yeah, it is chilly outside.
Yeah, it's 64 degrees.
It's like we live in an igloo. Every degree.
Yeah.
John says that for every time you say degrees, no matter what it is, he does the 98 degrees and rising thing. Or, you want to go outside? I want to go outside.
Go free.
Whew. So I just got done doing some yard work outside. I'm a little sweaty, but we have a problem. This little guy right here. I don't know. Some of you guys know we bought a pretty nice vacuum cleaner because Kenobi sheds so much that we really needed to buy a vacuum cleaner that guaranteed to vacuum up hair and all the Kenobi shed, as I like to call it. Look at him, there he is. He's like, oh yeah, you talking about my shedding? This vacuum is fantastic. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful vacuum, but you cannot vacuum without the bag on, and somebody did. It was actually on and it fell off. I'm not going to name names, but it's somebody who lives in this house. It wasn't me. It wasn't Kenobi. It wasn't Thor. But I need to bring this vacuum in again for the second time to get fixed, which is really, really, really frustrating. And it's expensive to get fixed because it's an expensive vacuum cleaner. But these types of vacuums, I think they're Mula, whatever they are, they're wonderful. They're great, great vacuums. German design, engineered, and they're just absolutely perfect. So, long story short, I'm taking this to the vacuum store to get fixed again. And I have a rule.
that in our house, which of course no one abides by, but if you break the vacuum, you should have to bring the vacuum in to get fixed, which both times it has broken. I wasn't the same person that broke it twice. I didn't break it the first time, and I didn't break it the second time, but somebody else did the first time, and I'm not going to name names, but they were house sitting for us, and it's a little frustrating, but it's the second time I had to bring the vacuum in to get fixed. This is frustrating. The place I was supposed to bring it to, I called, and they said I could drop it off, is closed, which sucks. I called at 5:25 and he said, yeah, no problem, we're open. And they closed at 5:30, which it took me 10 minutes to get here. So now I just need to find where I parked because now I forgot. I'm waiting for that gold plaque. Every day I check and it's not there, but that just means we're getting closer to it being here, I think, because it's gonna come and I know it. What's that, Iris?
Every day it's something different with you, isn't it?
So another thing that happened at the doctor's appointment today is John and the doctor kind of ganged up on me, saying that I needed to get Iris to start sleeping in her crib and stop sleeping in bed with me. And I don't know if you guys can hear her crying in the background, but trying my best. I tried to do the sleep associations, I rocked her, I read her a story, and I sang her a couple songs. Now I'm leaving her in the crib. The doctor says she needs to learn how to soothe herself. Well, that wasn't very fun. It ended up taking me about an hour and a half to get her to sleep. I picked her up and I rocked her because I just feel like that isn't very fair to all of a sudden one day be like, all right, you're just going to cry it out, see ya. And all this time I've been comforting her. I thought that wouldn't be fair to Iris. She is sleeping in her crib, finally, but like I said, I picked her up and I rocked her. Maybe I can work on it little by little, get some sleep associations going, like she'll get used to the sound of her mobile, and maybe once I get her sleeping in her crib little by little, eventually she will be able to fall asleep in there by herself. But it's really late now, and I am going to heat up some leftovers for dinner. So please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, and always remember that I love you, and stay tuned for more vlogs. Mwah.
You're a good mom.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I think you're doing a good job.
Doing the work?
No, well, just like, this is a big transition and it's hard and you're taking care of her.
Thanks. I could actually like cry right now that you said that. It's like it's hard for me to listen to her cry like that. I do want her to sleep in the crib. I don't want her to fall out of the bed again. That really freaked me out. But at the same time, I really do like snuggling with her. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Good night.